when you look at this again, there's two things wrong defensively about this. First of all, the goalkeeper should not be parrying it into a dangerous area, and the defenders have to be sharper to get to the knockdown. It's not good defending all round.
It needs an accurate cross. And what a save! It looked as though that header was going in. What was the referee's reading of it? And the early shower, this is going to be a real test with you. And no problems at all on the weather front as we get ready for this match. My name is Derek Ray, and my commentary partner, as usual, is Stuart Robson. And we can't wait for this one to start with justifiable cause. It's Mexico, and they take on the Korea Republic.
We can talk about coaches and their methods, but it's now down to the players. Which ones are going to stand out, who will affect the game, and who will have the greater desire? It should be a cracking game, though.
Here's how Mexico will begin the game.
Well, plenty of attacking width in this 4-3-3, but they'll need to get their midfield players to join the centre forward as much as possible. If not, he'll become isolated.
And the South Korea starting 11.
Well, it looks like a 3-4-2-1, but key to this formation will be the two wing-backs. They've got a lot of ground to cover, both in attack and defensively.
I'm Derek Ray, and I'm joined here on the gantry for commentary by Stuart Robson. And no question, this ought to be a game that gets pulses racing. It's Mexico, and they take on the Korea Republic.
Well, as is always the case, both teams will look to control the centre of the pitch. Whichever can do that will dominate possession and probably the game. This is going to be key, I think, today.
This is how it looks for the home side.
Well, the two wide players are great in 1v1 situations, and their movement is also very good. But it's the midfield three that will need to control the flow of the game.
And the South Korea starting 11.
Well, the wingers will be key here. They have to choose the right time to give width and the right time to come infield to support the centre forward. If they can do that, they're a potent front three. No doubt about that.
Park Seong-ho. Deflected out for a throw-in. And the throw-in for Mexico. Jesus Gallardo. Well, there's an example of how to press high up. Well, this could be a caution. And the first yellow card is handed out.
And he's going to be walking a tightrope for the rest of the match now.
Vasquez. Reyes. Alvarado has it. Creative look about this. A fine reading of the situation. Kim Min-jae. Well, keeping it on the ground. Slightly off target, however. Vasquez. Israel Reyes. Alvarado has it. Took a really smart piece of defending to stop them.
Well, that's a good turnover, isn't it?
Oh, great vision. Israel Reyes. Johan Vasquez. Now Gutierrez. In space here on the flank. Must take the lead here. Oh, he's been denied. And they remain locked together.
Well, that's a good save, but really he should have scored from there. That's a big chance.
Playing it short. Another successful intervention, winning the ball back. Well, doesn't have to do it on his own. Hwang In-beom. A chance to whip it in. Oh, that's a clever ball. Very alert defending to cut off the supply. Oh, and standing tall to deny that superb effort. Montes. Here's Gallardo. Jimenez. And the challenge halts them in their tracks. Chance to take the lead. Brilliantly blocked. And that was simply miles off target.
Well, I think he's right to go for power, but he's made the wrong connection, and it's really poor technique in the end.
Active defending. Jimenez. Plays with a positional sense that is second to none. And 1 minute of stoppage time has been added on. Now a decent position. So the whistle then. We're up the halfway stage in this match. So off and running again, and I must say I hope the first half was simply a warm-up act for what is to come. Oh, nice ball over the top. Can they take the lead? It's a neat move. Might take the lead. Oh, keeper dealt with it. Showing a great defensive instinct.
Excellent reading of the situation.
Hwang In-beom. And teammates around him. Very effective pass. And fine use of the ball. How about the cross? Good looking move. Not ideal, losing it there. Closing down well. And the counter-attack looks on. And space for them here on the flank. Can he score? Keeper did his job to begin with. And at the second time of asking, it's a goal. The keeper, meanwhile, looks to the heavens.
Well, when you look at this again, there's two things wrong defensively about this. First of all, the goalkeeper should not be parrying it into a dangerous area, and the defenders have to be sharper to get to the knockdown. It's not good defending all round.
So underway again here, and with that goal, the game might have a different energy about it. And possession ceded by Mexico. Well, they could break at pace. Good-looking pass.
Well, the stats tell you everything. Up until that final shot, they've been okay. They've created enough chances, but in front of goal, their finishing has been dreadful. Improve that, and I think they get back into the game.
Montes. Now there to intercept. Now, who can he play it to? Park Seung-ho. Kangin Lee. And an opening! Well, how close was that? Inches away. So making the substitution now. Johan Vasquez. In possession, Cesar Montes. Reyes. Well, they're a bit like a passing machine, and you can understand why they want to play it that way, in front as they are. Kangin Lee. Oh, that's splendid play. Son. And whipped into the box. Well, they can keep possession now. Montes. Here's Gallardo. In possession, Cesar Montes. Frustration growing. Can't get the ball.
Well, I have to say, they're toying with them at the moment.
Reyes. Needs an accurate cross. And what a save! It looked as though that header was going in. Well, they are committed to making the substitution here. So the corner played into the box. Priority was to hang on to the ball, which he did. We might very well have late excitement here. 5 minutes to go, and just one goal between them. Jimenez. Plenty of support here. Seemed to switch off for a moment, and now a throw-in. Well, they have elected to go to the bench at this stage of the game. Late in the game here, and they know what they've got to do. Well, he was under a bit of stress, but back to the keeper. Well, that looked to me like excessive force. What was the referee's reading of it? And the early shower, this is going to be a real test of their mettle.
Well, it's a straight red and rightly so. But how will they replace him? They've got to reorganise now.
And nicely struck. A smart stop here. Time really is of the essence. What can they do from this situation? And it's all over. Mexico have won this game. That's the big story here. How about your assessment of their performance?
It was a really tight game, but they were the better side over the 90 minutes, and they fully deserved their victory today.
And a genuine handful for opponents, as is often the case. Raúl Jiménez, what did you make of him?
Well, I enjoyed watching him today. His work rate, skill and movement were excellent, and he fully deserved to score that winning goal.